everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rachel Tickman and I'm conquering a new goal every month and tracking it all through YouTube videos. Thanks for tuning into another video. If you haven't yet, click that subscribe button down below and the notification bell next to it so you don't miss a video and so you can help my channel grow. And if you missed it last week, check out the link to my website in the description box below to subscribe to my email list so you're extra sure that you don't miss a video. Stay tuned through this video to get an update on how I'm continuing my January goal this month as well. If you haven't yet, check out last week's video at the top of this video screen. Last week was the first week of February, so it was the first week of my February goal, which is daily exercise. I'm not so sure about this goal, guys. I think I need more of your input so you guys can tell me what I should do and if I should adjust my goal for the rest of the month. My plan was to go to the gym every day in February to get in the habit of going and to remind myself that I actually enjoy exercise and it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment. And I've gone to the gym a lot this month and I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm super excited about this fitness goal in general, but I'm not sure that going to the gym every single day is a realistic goal, even if it's just for February. Last week I told you guys about how I missed a day because I didn't realize that LA Fitness closed earlier on weekends. Even though this was technically a fail in terms of my goals of going to the gym 29 days in the month of February, I wasn't really upset about it because there was nothing I could do about it. I didn't know. However, going forward from that, I wanted to continue going to the gym so that I could still say that I went 28 out of 29 days. I was even planning on how to get to the gym while I travel home to Connecticut this month. But already this week, life got in the way and I didn't go a perfect 9 days in a row. While this fact kind of upsets me that I'm not gonna do my goal completely perfectly, I realize that this is kind of a lofty goal. So I'm thinking that I might need to pull back a tiny bit so that I can still feel a sense of achievement at the end of the month. And I know that any amount of times I went to the gym this month is an improvement. But if my goal was to go 29 times and I only went, say, 25 times, I'll be a little discouraged. Whereas if my goal is to go 25 times and I go 26 times, I'll feel so accomplished. So more about that in a few minutes, but first I want to go day by day to tell you guys how I did this week. As you saw in last week's video, I went to the gym with my husband last Wednesday.
Hey.
Say hi, Justin.
Getting it in.
And we worked pretty hard on our arms and upper body. So starting out this week, I was pretty sore. Since I made a schedule for myself, I knew that I wouldn't be working directly on arms again for a week. On Thursday, the plan was to go do cardio on my own after work, and I was prepared to do that. I packed a gym bag, I carved out time to go to the gym before editing my video, but as you guys know, life happens. I ended up going to the hospital on Thursday night to visit a friend, and I was there until after 10 p.m., which, as you guys know from my last video, is after the gym closes. So even though my goal is to go 29 days in a row, I'm not going to skip out on something like this. And I'm not going to leave the hospital early and be like,
sorry, gotta go to the gym.
But even still, I was determined to go on Friday so that I would only have to tell you guys about one day of missing the gym, just like last week. But I didn't go on Friday either. Friday I was a little bit more upset about because it was my own fault. On Friday night, I still had to record this main part of my video from last week and do as much of the editing as I could before my aunt and uncle came to visit around 9 p.m. So I decided that it would be the best use of my time if I went home first. If I stop home with the intent of going back out to go to the gym, or to go anywhere really, I'm gonna put it off and I'm probably not gonna go. So I went home first and recorded the video, then went to the gym for a class. This way I figured I wouldn't have to wait for my hair to dry after showering before I could record my video. But as you guys could probably guess, I didn't go back out. And not just because I felt too lazy to go out, though that was part of it, but because it felt more important at the time to use that time to edit so that I wouldn't have the bulk of my video editing hanging over my head before my family came to visit. This made me realize how much a difference it has made to go straight to the gym after work and not stop home. If I don't go straight there, I'm more likely to get too comfortable at home or get caught up in other things that I have to do. So day 1 and day 2 of this week, didn't go to the gym. And Saturday, didn't go to the gym again. Guys, this video is covering Thursday through Tuesday, 6 days. and I only went to the gym for 3 of them. But on Saturday, I spent the whole day with my Aunt Neat and Uncle Rich, showing them my favorite spots in the Mechanicsburg area and also exploring Hershey. And I just didn't want to go to the gym, but not out of laziness and not because I'm not enjoying my exercise routine, because I don't think that my exercise goal should take away from personal relationships. My ultimate goal, as I mentioned in my very first video in January, is to be more well-rounded and healthier physically, mentally, relationally, spiritually. It's not to be so consumed with my physical health that everything else gets pushed aside. In 2019, I was not focusing my energy on bettering myself in any of these areas. So I'm trying to focus on one a month for 2020, but that's not to only focus on one of these a month. Yes, this month and last month were focused on physical health, but I never want that to come at the expense of my mental health or my personal relationships. And last month, one of my distinctions with my goal was to make sure I didn't feel guilty about going out to eat with people, even though part of my nutrition goal was to eat out less. But throughout the month, I realized that going out to eat is one of the most common ways that I connect with people. And I don't want to be so strict with my nutrition goals that I'm missing out on personal relationships like this. Well, similarly, for February, I don't want to be so focused on my fitness goal that I'm missing out on personal relationships. Now, that doesn't excuse Friday. Friday was literally just that I made the mistake of coming home before going to the gym, and I got too lazy and too caught up with doing other things to go out again. But this does excuse Thursday and Saturday. Although I think it would have been cool to say at the end of the month that I went to the gym for 29 days straight, I'm not going to miss out on time with a friend in the hospital or time with my family when they drive 5 hours to come visit me for a weekend just because I have to go to the gym. That just doesn't make sense for me when I'm thinking about my overall goal of becoming more well-rounded and healthy in all aspects of my life. I don't know, maybe you guys will think that this is just a way for me to feel better about myself for skipping the gym 3 days in a row when I said that I'd go every day. And maybe it is. I mean, I could say that while we were touring Hershey and walking around downtown Mechanicsburg, I hit my step goal on my Fitbit for the first time in a while, other than the times that I've gone to the gym. So my steps for the day were pretty similar to a day that I've gone to the gym after work and done some cardio. And it's not like I just sat at home because I didn't feel like going to the gym. But still, I think maybe I need to change my goal, so at the end of this month I'll feel some sense of accomplishment and I don't just focus on the days that I didn't go to the gym. I did finish off the week strong. I went to the gym Sunday afternoon and did a little bit of cardio to warm up and then worked on my legs for the day. Hey guys, it's Sunday at about 2 p.m. and I made it to the gym. I'm planning to do a little cardio warm up and then work on legs. My arms are finally not sore from last week. I really went harder than I thought I did. So I'm excited to do it again and get my legs all sore. I used the leg press, leg extension, and seated leg curl machines. I also used the standing calf machine for calf exercises. And it felt like a really good workout. I did 3 or 4 sets on each of these and increased the weight each time. I felt like I pushed myself, but I definitely wasn't as sore as I was when Justin and I did the arm workouts together. I definitely would love to have a workout buddy whenever I'm not doing cardio. So if any of you are in the Mechanicsburg area and you're LA Fitness members, hit me up. And anytime I can, I'm gonna bring Justin with me. Even though I wasn't as sore as I expected I would be on Monday, my calves were pretty sore. And after about 45 minutes on the elliptical on Monday night, I did feel pretty sore in my legs. On Tuesday night, I went back to the gym again straight after work. Going straight after work hasn't been as difficult as I thought it would be. The issue I'm having is with the days that I don't go straight from work. So how should I proceed after going to the gym only 50% of the time this week? Like I said, I'm really enjoying going to the gym. And not just enjoying how strong or confident I feel after my time at the gym, but actually enjoying the exercise and having the time to myself. So do you guys think it's good enough to keep going as I am? Just continue going every day, but give myself grace if something comes up and I have an opportunity to be with friends and family? Or should I set more of a schedule, like going 6 days a week, no matter what? Let me know in the comments below what you guys do for an exercise routine or what you think that I should do. So I also wanted to give you guys an update on how January's goal is going, now that we're halfway through February. First, I'll say that I still haven't gone out to eat by myself at all. I haven't stopped at McDonald's on the way home or gone out to eat because I was too lazy to cook. So that in itself feels like a gigantic accomplishment it for my health and for my bank account. And I've also kept up with meal prepping. I've brought meals and snacks with me to work, and I've continued to do well with what I started in January. And this past week, I had some help with my meal prepping. As I mentioned, Aunt Neat and Uncle Rich came to visit me last weekend. I took them around to show them my favorite local spots, but I also asked if they'd give me some tips for how they meal prep. In the beginning of January, Aunt Neat showed me a picture of her fridge on Sunday night, and it looked amazing. They meal prep on Sunday night to get lunches and snacks packed for the week, and to make dinners so they just have to go in the oven or be reheated. Now, as you guys know from my January videos, I was trying to do the most basic version of meal prepping ever. Not trying to be overly healthy because I didn't want to go from eating out all the time to eating nothing but veggies, but trying to bring some food with me so I didn't go out to eat or snack on junk food. And I did that pretty well. But at the end of the month, I was starting to make healthier choices just naturally because I was actually planning ahead with my food and not just eating whatever I felt like eating. So last weekend, Aunt Neat and Uncle Rich went with me to Aldi and helped me pick out veggies and snacks that they would typically use for a week of meal prep, as well as plan out some of their go-to meal recipes. And then we went back to my apartment and they just went to town. I seriously need them to come every week to do my meal prep because they're basically pros. And they even let me video their prep. So basically for snacks, they bring a morning snack and an afternoon snack. And each snack has a protein and either a fruit or a veggie. So for veggies, we cut up cucumbers, radishes, celery, and carrots. We got little packages of hummus for the veggies and also prepared small cups of ranch for dipping. We also prepared small cups of almonds and cashews for a protein snack and a dozen hard-boiled eggs. For our fruit snacks, we put grapes in Tupperware and cut up watermelon and cantaloupe to put in Tupperware. And that was pretty much it for snacks. It was so much quicker than I thought it would be to cut up all those veggies. I don't know why cutting veggies and fruit always seems like it'll take forever. The only issue I had was fitting all the food in my fridge. For meals, we made a tuna salad that Justin and I could easily put in wraps. We also made these stuffed peppers, which were also super easy, kind of like the stuffed zucchini I made in my crowdsourced episode. We stuffed them with a mixture of onions, ground beef, tomatoes, and rice, and then topped it all with cheddar cheese and put it in the oven. And then we made a white chicken chili recipe as well, which was made with chicken broth, white beans, corn, chicken breast, and a little bit of flour to thicken it. And to go with these meals, we made baked asparagus and green beans. This is so much more veggies than I usually eat. And Justin was so pumped to see a full fridge. So not only did they help me make all of this stuff, but they gave me some awesome tips along the way, like how to pick out the juiciest watermelon and the best way to store asparagus in the fridge. It was like having a personal chef and nutritionist help me out, and it was so helpful. And not just helpful for having meals made, but helpful for me to realize that it didn't take too much time to cut up veggies, and then it was such a healthy snack for me to eat throughout the week. I really cannot thank them enough for helping me and teaching me. And then after helping me with all my meal prep on Saturday, they drove home Sunday and did their own. So big shout out to Aunt Neat and Uncle Rich for making the long drive down to visit me and Justin for the weekend and for helping me with meal prep. I'm so excited to try to do all this on my own now. Hey guys, just popping on here real quick to let you know that I got a new profile picture. So make sure to check out the little picture down below. I had Catherine from Tails and Trees Photography do my headshots this weekend, and she did an amazing job. I seriously cannot recommend her enough. So if you guys have any need for a couple photos, headshots, or anything else, make sure to check out Tails and Trees Photography. I linked over to Catherine's Facebook and Instagram pages in my description box below. Make sure you check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and comment down below. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss a video. And make sure you subscribe to my email list by clicking on the link to my website in the description box below. This week's shout out goes to Grace. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for giving me such great encouragement. Don't forget to comment down below or comment on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter for a chance to be included in next week's shout outs. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll see you next week.